bless you! You're welcome. Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Thursday. Oh, it's 12:30. 1, 2, 3. Today is Thursday, December 26th, 2024, the day of Christmas. Christmas has passed. Christmas Eve has passed. Huzzah, huzzah. Right? The holidays. Oh, no, we still have New Year's, technically. Alright, hold on. Let me see something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days. 5 days left of the year. And we done. Period. Period. We done with the year. Alright. So, I have to say, this has been one of the... I don't know why I was going to say one of the finest Christmases I've had. But it is kind of true. Like, this has been one of the best Christmases I've had. Alright. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you, gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. Alright? So, let me just get a little bit more of this. Actually, let me do that, so that way I can utilize the flame at my convenience whenever I choose to do so. So I get my cords. My cords. Hold on. I gotta get something. Because I gotta get my deck out. Oh no. And then... Oh my god. Everything's like trying to touch the flame, but it's like nothing's like touching the flame, which is good. Alright, hold on. I'm just like... Not that there was like any holiday stress, but I'm just kind of glad like the whole frenzy energy of like Christmas is like kind of over. You know? Because people be all like, oh my god, it's the holidays. Oh my god, it's Christmas. Blah, blah, blah. So, hold on. I need to get this. Oh, wait. I need to get those. Someone can have someone could be having it's not a laughing matter. No, it's not. But somebody could be having trouble breathing. All right. It's there it is again. Cardiac arrest. Boy. That's the second time I've gotten it. Yeah, something about cardiac arrest. So here's the thing, right? Here's a trick. A life-saving trick. If you feel like you're having a heart attack, right? And let's say either you're waiting for emergency services or you're heading towards emergency services, like a hospital or whatever the case it is, right? Cough. Cough as hard as you can. Like if you feel like you're getting a heart attack, just start coughing like there's no tomorrow. Start coughing. Like take deep lung coughs, right? Because it'll help keep your heart active and like pumping, and you know, it'll help continue to give your heart oxygen. So cough hard, like really, really hard. And it's not going to prevent the heart attack from happening because it's already in motion, but it will help you to get to, like, if you just need like that extra couple minutes to get to like emergency services, cough. It'll help you. And it, you know, it, like, I'm hearing 3 minutes. 3 minutes can save someone's life or some shit like that, right? It's like, If you need like the extra 3 minutes or whatever, I don't know how many minutes. I'm not, okay, but coughing will help you delay until you can stop coughing, be like, I'm having a heart attack, right? So that's that. All right, so keep that in mind, right? Just like for some people, if they feel like they're having a stroke, like start, like say the letters of the alphabet, okay? So there's a whole bunch of tidbits and things like that that'll actually, they're like a life-saving tips. All right, so cough, like it'll help, right? And you'll know too, like you'll know, like how do I know? How do you know if you're getting a heart attack? You'll know because your jaw will hurt and your right arm will hurt, and it'll feel like a piercing pain, right? You're like, oh, that's why when you see like in TV and movies, people who have heart attacks, they're like, oh, it's because it's a radiating pain, and like I think one of the veins is left, the right something. It's in like the left arm. Left? Yeah, it's the left arm, not the right arm. Sorry, the left ventricle. I'm thinking it's like in the left arm that's connected to the heart, right? So it's like, oh, so you see that. That's what happens. But yeah, cough. It'll help. All right, so let me get started. For the most part, I hope everyone had a good Why was I gonna say Thanksgiving? I hope everyone had a good Christmas Eve and a good Christmas. I definitely did. I certainly did. I hope you all did as well, right? And that you all have many more to come. So that's that. Aside from that, now I'm gonna start pulling some cards. It's so interesting because I feel like for you, the collective, you're just so calm and like there really isn't anything to like worry about. Like you're fine. It's just peaceful. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, right? It's just relaxing, calming. And I feel like that's because you know how to mind your business. You're just, my mind is my business. My business is my mind. Like, that's it. But of course, there is always but, of course. So, the story continues. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Yeah, somebody wants to talk to you. Communication. My thing is, you see that I'm so peaceful. What is like? I don't know. I mean, that's literally why. Like, you got to be careful who people that want to communicate with you, especially around the holiday season, around the holiday times, blah blah blah, whatever. It doesn't even matter. It could be any season where you're at peace, right? So it could be this season, it could be next season, it could be the season past, right? 838. For some of you, it could have been around Thanksgiving that somebody wanted to communicate with you around Thanksgiving, because I did accidentally want to say Thanksgiving, right? But then it clicked. I was like, oh, that's why. But it was part of the but of course, right? So the story continues. So I know I'm like on a ramble, but like everything is the way everything is just in my brain, okay? So I have to like catch up with my brain. So Thanksgiving, if we're going to go backtrack a little bit, somebody wanted to communicate with you on Thanksgiving, and it had to do, they see you at peace, right? And whatever they wanted to communicate with you, they couldn't, or for whatever reason, either distance, time, lack of knowledge, as in like knowing where you were, or being able to contact you, or having your number, or your address, or your location, whatever it was, they couldn't for whatever reason communicate with you. And for some of you, it's because they're not allowed to, right? Like not just restraining orders, but spiritually they're not allowed to, right? So there could have been somebody who they see you are at peace, right? So they wanted to talk to you, right? It didn't happen for them Thanksgiving. It didn't happen for them Christmas Eve. It didn't happen for them Christmas Day. Right, so in their mind, they're like, okay, well, maybe New Year's. Because New Year's, why New Year's? Because it's kind of like, kind of like a general understanding where New Year's, everyone's drinking, music, partying, fireworks, surprise, you know, squashing the beef, ending things out. Let's start the new year. Somebody's also hoping that for New Year's, the same person that's been trying to communicate with you, they're hoping that New Year's will be it, because it's kind of like, to them, they're hoping that you'll see it as, well, it's a new year, let's start fresh, let's start new, blah, 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 right? So they're kind of hoping on that, but it's not, I don't know what they're thinking, but it's not like that. But so they're kind of hoping that you might be in like that energy of like giving them a drunk dial or a drunk call or a drunk text or a drunk email or a drunk visit or something like that, right? But if you don't drink, obviously that's not going to happen. If you don't partake in substances or whatever the case it is, and you know, but I feel like there's something like, I don't want to really get into that, but it's a lot of it has to do because they see that you are at peace and they want to be around you so they too can feel at peace. But the thing is, if they don't even feel at peace by themselves, with themselves, where they are at, they're most likely, you're not going to feel at peace with them, because then you're going to have to deal with their stuff. If they can't even, I feel like that's kind of what they want to do. They can't deal with their stuff, and they, warning in reverse, yeah, this is, you already know this. This is not, nothing new. This is not, this is not a threat to your peace. Alright, with how far and how deep your knowledge goes and how far your knowing reaches, right, and blah, 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 blah. It's kind of like, I'm also getting, the reason why I'm saying how far is because, let's say, you ever see like those force fields? It's kind of like the minute this energy enters your force field, it's, you sense it, you know. Alright, so this is nothing to be worried about. I mean, it says warning in reverse, because you already know this is like, I already know what you want, so you're gonna have to keep it pushing, and then that's that. But this is, for some of you, this could be a couple people, maybe like 2 to 3 people. For some of you, it's one person. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. That's a good song. I love Christmas music. Another reverse. Waterproof, reverse, yeah. This person, they're not protected. I've also been getting the word slick in my head, like the past day and a half, 2 days. The word slick. What I've been wanting to say out loud is, you're not slick. You're not slick. You're not slick. And it's so funny because I've been hearing that in my head. You're not slick. Yeah, this person, they're not slick. Like, you know what they're doing. Like, this is not a threat. This is not anything for you to be like, oh my god. Like, I know what you're doing. I know what you want. You're not slick. You can't hide it. That's why, like, it's not. And for some there's a big part of this where alcohol is involved, where they want you to consume it or partake in it, because for some reason they feel like if you do that, that'll lower your inhibitions, and then you'll be like, Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's to you, Happy New Year's to you, Happy New Year's to you, and blah, blah, blah. Like, right? It's something like that. Like, they want you to lower your inhibitions just so that way they can, like, have the whole 2025 access to you. So if they didn't have access to you this year, the year before that, the year before that, the year before that, the year before, however many years they did not have access to you, they're really, really hoping that 2025 is the year that they will have access to you. They're like, please, 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 right? This could be the same person that's having trouble breathing. Like, I just keep getting that. They're not slick. Like, you're not slick. So waterproof is like, you can think of it as like a bird, right? Some birds, like, their feathers are very, very dense. So if they were to go into the water and come back out, like if they were to go into the water to grab a fish and then come back out, the water, because of how dense their feathers are, it makes them practically waterproof, right? And some of them also have like a coating, like keratin. So the water, it's like, it just falls right off. This person, they're like drowning in something. It could be drowning in their emotions. They could be drowning with like guilt, shame. Something about their intentions is not as pure as it seems to be. And that's the thing too, like if this person is relying on you to be under the influence of something in order for you to contact them so that way they can have their way in, that's not good intentions. If they are expecting you to lower your inhibition so that, bless you. Yes, baby. You want some milk? Okay, hold on. Let me just say this. If they're expecting you to lower your inhibition so that way they can be like, yes, I got them. You're not slick. Hold on. And there's sirens in the background. Okay, I'm back. So that's that. Let me put that right there. Make myself a little campfire. Look, how cute is that? That's my little campfire. Alright, let me move on. On the bottom of the deck we have gifts. So for some of you, you could be receiving gifts. This person wants to give you a gift, or they want to give you gifts, but for some reason I feel like what they want to give you is a little irrelevant. Right? Excuse me. Are you mimicking me? Yeah, but for some of you, you could be receiving gifts. Anomaly reverse. Oh, I cannot say that. Alright, let me move on. Keep going, you're almost there. Mommy issues. Unwilling to change because they are scared. Attacking your heart chakra. That's crazy because I literally been talking in the beginning of this video about heart attacks. So let me do this. So the person who isn't slick, the people who are not slick, they are the ones who have mommy issues, right? They have mommy issues. And for whatever reason, because of their issues, because of their, you probably caught on, or you probably know that they're unwilling to change, right? And a lot of it has to do because of their heart. Their heart is so blocked off. As of right now, where they are, they don't have the ability to change. Is because, and a lot of it is because, like, it's by choice. It's their heart, right? Their heart is holding on to things that until they let go, they physically cannot be walking. And like, you cannot walk into your highest good if you hate someone, or if you're holding bitterness and resentment and blah blah. Like, it's right. That's not a thing. You got to let that go. Only then will you be able to have the lightness within you to walk into your highest good, right? So this is the person, like, you can see them for who they are. Like, you're not slick. Like, something about a mask. Like, ooh, yeah, their mask fell. So this person, this is a person. These are the people that are attacking your heart chakra, and they need to stop because it's like just rebounding onto them. It's like affecting them more than it's affecting you. Right, so some of them could be going through some sort of cardiac arrest, having trouble breathing, difficulty breathing, heart palpitations, this has got to be like a stroke. That would be like extreme, right? For like the extreme ones that are like this towards you, but that would be extreme. So of course, whatever happens, but like that's not you being part of the collective. That's not what you're hoping for it to happen. Like obviously it sucks, right? It shouldn't happen, but if it's happening, it's happening. So it is what it is, you know. So yeah, you know what's going on. This is not a threat to you. You're not concerned about this. You're not worried about this, blah, 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 blah. All you're being told is just to keep going because you're almost there. That's all you have to do. Like, you don't have to do anything else. Whatever it is that you're doing, just keep doing it, all right? So attacking your heart chakra. When your heart chakra is blocked, you have a lack of sense of self-love. You have a lack of self-love, right? And again, unwilling to change because they are scared. So obviously, you don't have faith enough in yourself to be able to overcome said challenges, differences, blah, 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 whatever the case it is. I'm seeing a lot of 2s and a lot of 1s. And you've been doing the shadow work, the progression, not regression, progression. Like you've been progressing, right? You've been moving forward. So whatever it is that you're doing to do that, keep doing that. Right? So when it's blocked, you have a lack of self-love, you're depressed, loneliness drives you, as does fear, right? And it says unwilling to change because they are scared, and a lot of it has to do because of their heart. It's blocked, which is interesting because these are the same people that are expecting for you to lower your inhibitions so that way you can meet them where they are, so that way it's easy for them to communicate with you, right? They need you to lower yourself so they can talk to you, right? We can't meet you. To them, they cannot meet you where you are, as in your high vibrational self, right? Which is right now. They cannot meet you up there, right? For whatever reason, either they can't, they're afraid to, it's too high up there, they don't want to do the work. So instead, what they want you to do is they want you to climb down the ladder, and so that way they can communicate with you. And it's just like, in what world is that going to happen? And you already know that's what the whole point of that is, and it's not going to happen. When your heart chakra is blocked, or unblocked when it's open, you're compassionate, loving, open-hearted, healing, and you're able to make connections, right? So for a lot of you people, hey all you people, hey all you people, hey all you people, won't you listen to me? I've had a sandwich, no ordinary sandwich. Yeah, so these are people that the connections that you had were either not good, toxic, it was unstable, it was unhealthy, you've outgrown it, whatever the case it is, 232, but where your heart is now and where you are, you're able to make healthier connections, proper connections, soul tribe connections, right? You're able to do that. And so these people, there's also something where they just cannot connect with you anymore. I'm seeing a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s. Before it was 1s and 2s, now it's 2s and 3s. Yeah, so, and then when I first started this reading, it was 12:30, which is 1, 2, 3. So there's something happening in order for you, right? We got the letter B. Somebody could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial name of a word or a place. I did get a name, but I'm not going to say it because I don't really like to say names on my channel. So don't expect that to happen because people be all up, oh, my name, right? And I know when I hear my name, I'm like, oh, that's my name, right? But that's funny, right? But anyway, so we did get the letter B. Somebody could be like bitching about something, complaining about something. That's all I'm getting. Someone's complaining. They could be complaining because this could be people that they think that you're too good to communicate. It's weird because they're complaining like, oh, you think you're too good to climb down the ladder to talk to us? And it's like, did you not just hear what you just said? Does that make sense? You want me to climb down my ladder after doing all this work to get up on top of this ladder? You want me to climb down to talk to you because you're too lazy to climb up the ladder? Did you hear what you just said? So that's why to you, you're just like, there's not like, that's not going to shame me. That's not going to guilt me. That's not going to do anything because I know the work that I did to get up this ladder, right? I know you want to talk to me so bad, climb the ladder, do the work, come up here. Stop complaining. Like, you're complaining so bad because you want to talk to me about what? I'm all ears. Just climb up here, because I'm not going to be shouting. I'm not going to be hooting and hollering. I'm not going to be climbing down just to waste time to climb back up and then, no. So they're complaining. They're just bitching and moaning and complaining, and you don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright? Especially with the New Year's coming. Like, if you've done so much work, if you've progressed so much in the year 2024, right? This is 2024. If you've done so much work in the year 2024, you really think, and that's without these connections, you really think the next 20-25 years you're going to go backtrack just to have these connections around you? No. You're going to keep going. That doesn't make any sense. Right? That would be like you got promoted to be a manager, and the employees, they want you to be demoted just so you can hang out and party with them. And it's just like, no, that's not. When you're as the manager, I'm just saying as a job, like, it doesn't really matter where, right? But this is just like a hierarchy, because there's something about a hierarchy here as well. It's just like, now that you're a manager, you have other lunches to attend to, other dinner parties to attend to, other meet and greets and other meetings to attend to, right? Before it was an employee, like, all you guys did was just drink and party and hang out every weekend just to, for whatever reason. But now that you've upgraded, you have more responsibilities and more things and that tend to that are actually not just like getting drunk, waking up with a hangover, going back to bed, doing it again every weekend. That's not right. Like, because you see it in movies and TVs all the time. Like, all the employees, like the ground employees, I should say, as like to be respectful, like they just, oh, we're gonna, they'll like invite you to go to the bar to grab a drink to blow off some steam, right? And then someone gets promoted, so they can't do that anymore, because not only do they not want to, but they have like a lunch in the morning or like a meeting in the afternoon, so they can't just be spending their weekends doing dumb stuff anymore. They actually have things to do, and these are like people like that. And then they'll make you feel bad. Oh, you think you're better than us? You can't blah 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 because you got promoted. And it's just like, if you think that, then I'm gonna let you go ahead and think that, because at the end of the day, I really don't care what you have to say, because that's not what I want to do, right? So I feel like for a lot of these people, it's like, oh, they try to make you feel guilty, but it's like, no, you just want me to be a bum like you. So that's not happening. But yeah, these are people that are just complaining because you won't climb down your ladder. We got the letter G. Could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial, name, aboard, or a place. Ew. I got like 3 things, but 2 of them I'm not gonna say. The third thing I was gonna say, well, the third thing that came to my mind is bad guidance. Yeah, these people want to give you some sort of bad guidance, like if you climb down your ladder to communicate with them, blah 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 blah. Next thing you know, 5 years go by, 10 years go by, 20 years go by, and you've been under the guise of some sort of bad guidance because you allowed them to communicate with you. And it's not. Be careful who you take advice from, all right? Because some people, not only do they not want to meet you where you are, they want you to climb down your ladder just so that way they can give you bad guidance. And it's like, for some of you, you could be looking back like 15 years from now, and you're looking down, and those people are still all the way at the bottom the entire time. They've never even climbed up a couple ladders or nothing like that, right? Meanwhile, you've been climbing and climbing and climbing, and these are the same people. They want you to go from all the way from where you are up, all the way at the top, all the way to the bottom. And it's like, that's insane. They don't have anything good to tell you, because if they did, they would either be at the same level as you or higher than you, supporting you, rooting for you to, like, yes, keep climbing, keep climbing. Instead, these are the same people that are all the way at the bottom of you, and they're saying, climb down. Come meet us down here. So that's how you know they don't have good intentions for you. Because again, either they're at the same level as you, rooting you on, come on, we can do this. Or they're above you saying, come on, you got this, keep going, keep going. They're not doing that. They want you to climb down to them. Alright? There's no good intentions with these people, with this person. It's not there. Lives to backstab people. Yeah. I mean, wow. This is these people, this person, they're not good. They don't have good intentions for you. You'll know immediately, because it's like, what? Like, be careful of people that make you feel guilty or make you feel ashamed about your own success, or make you want to, like, feel weird, or make you question or doubt, or make you, like, want to be afraid, like, of your success. I'm hearing someone say, be careful, because the more money you make, the more money they take. And it's like, that's a fact. That's a given fact. So, but that's a fear tactic, because it's kind of like, oh no, what if they take over? But it's like, I mean, you see, these are people that'll make you feel like you're gonna have that responsibility, you're gonna have to do this, you're gonna have to do that, you're gonna have to do this, and it's just like, well, yeah, that's kind of the point. That goes hand in hand with the job. That goes hand in hand with the responsibility. That goes hand in hand with the ascension, right? New levels, new devils, kind of thing. It's unavoidable. So yeah, I know that. Why are you trying to, like, right? These are people that could be afraid of the new levels, new devils, because they could also be still stuck struggling with the devils that they have that you already surpassed. And it's like, are you sure? Because these are people that are afraid. They're just afraid. They can't do anything. They won't do anything because they're afraid. They're afraid. That's it. That's it. I'll get one more and then I'm going to switch it. Nurtures to create carbon copies. Yeah, this person wants people to be just like them, afraid, right? This person, these are people that are afraid to be lonely. So if they feel like they can't do or achieve or climb, they'll put fear in other people. So those people too, they can't do, achieve, or climb. And it's just like, well, you know, if I can't do it, then at least I won't be by myself, because everybody else is afraid to do it too. So that will guarantee that I won't be by myself. And that's what they're doing. Nurtures to create carbon copies. I just saw 3223. This could be a karmic mother figure, or a karmic woman who deliberately gives bad advice and bad guidance just so they can, like, tether people to them, so they won't be afraid of moving on and leaving them, right? They'll put fear into people. Well, what about this? What about this? What about this? What about that? Bless you! And that's because they're afraid of the what-abouts and what-ifs, right? They don't have, it's their heart. They have too much fear in their heart, and they can't operate out of their heart, so they put fear into people, so they can always guarantee that they won't be alone. It's kind of like, this is somebody who's like, it's so crazy, because I was just having a conversation with somebody, and they were telling me how, they were telling me how, yes, they were born into a family. They have, like, a mother and a father and siblings and all that. But they were saying they know that's not their true family. And their true family is the one that they are supposed to build. And I was like, yes, that makes sense, because you're not supposed to live with your mother and father forever. You're supposed to leave the nest and then create your own family, right? And they were telling me how when they said that to their parents, their mother got, like, offended. And I laughed, because I'm like, of course, because they're not seeing it from a higher perspective. They're seeing it from, like, their own emotional attachment, as in, like, yes I am, right? But realistically, and even in the Bible, it says, like, it talks about how, like, there comes a point where you have to leave the nest and create your own family. And not exactly those words, right? But there are scriptures that talk about how, like, the family that you create becomes your priority. It's the family that comes first, not your siblings, your mother, father, blah, 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 blah. It's, you know, you're not supposed to be with your parents forever and ever. You're supposed to leave and then create your own family, right? So it's kind of like this, but so this would be like a karmic mother or a karmic father that puts fear into their children, so their children don't create their own family. So that way, so if this is like a single father or like a single mother, they will put fear into their children, so their children would never create their own family or move on, so that mother will ensure that her children would be with her forever, or that father will ensure that his children would be with him forever, right? So if this is a karmic parent for some of you, it's basically so that way your father or your mother won't be alone, and they can guarantee that they will have someone with them forever. But that's not your job. Your job is to create your own family and move on. You're not supposed to live in fear of that. But this is kind of like what's going on here, right? So it's kind of like, for some of you, it's like your karmic mom wants you to climb down the ladder, stop progressing, because they're afraid that, you know, the higher you get, the more you accomplish, you're going to be guaranteed your own family and leave the nest, or your father, right? Vice versa. For some of you, it could be like a sibling that doesn't want to be alone, or for some of you, it's like a friend, right? It's kind of like, oh, we're going to be friends forever, 2 single friends forever, right? Whether they're like masculines or feminines, and then one of you goes on and gets married, and then they'll be like, oh, you changed ever since you got married, and it's like, that's the whole point. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to grow. The more you grow, the more responsibilities, and the better you are, and the more responsible and mature and blah, blah, blah. And these are people that make you feel some type of way because you're growing and you're changing and you're being more reliable and you're walking out of that fear, right? They want you to climb down the ladder so that way they won't have to be alone. So let's read like that. Alright, let me get a couple tarot, and then I'm may or may not close the deck, but we shall see what happens. The plot thickens. Okay. Hold on. Because I'm like, I got distracted, sorry. Wow, 6 of Swords reversed, stuck, yeah. This person, they're stuck on something. Empress. The Hanged Man. So you could be this Empress, and this person wants you to go back to the past, to where you were not an Empress, a divine feminine, to where you were like either just like a regular lost woman, a regular lost man, or a karmic feminine, or a karmic masculine. They want you to go back to, I feel like for some of you, they want you to go back to where you were lost, right? Aiming around, walking around aimlessly, no sense of purpose, no sense of identity, just you wake up, same shit, different day kind of thing, right? No real drive, right? But I do feel like with the Hanged Man upright behind the Empress upright, whether you're a divine feminine, divine masculine, I feel like you know what you know, and there's nothing that can sway you from your beliefs, right? Like, nothing's going to... I feel like somebody's really trying to make you, like, not have faith in yourself, not have faith in whatever it is that you're doing, faith in your purpose, faith in God, but that's not happening. And that's what I'm saying, like, you climbed, you done all the work and blah 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 blah, and you can finally sit down in your throne as an Empress or as an Emperor. You really think the Empress or the Emperor is gonna get up to meet you where you're like a Queen of Swords reverse, a King of Swords reverse, a Queen of Cups reverse, a King of Cups reverse, a King of Wands, Queen of Wands reverse, Why can't I see that one? It's got to be something with money or earth sign. King of Pentacles, a Queen of Pentacles reversed. They're not going to meet you. They're not. Because the Emperor is too busy taking control and, you know, doing this and doing that. And he's too busy making moves and blah, blah. And the Empress she's relaxing. She did all that. She's good. She's not... You want me to get up to talk to you about what? I'm not getting up. If you want to talk to me, you can come to me. I'm not getting up. I'm too relaxed. I'm cozy. I got my snacks. I got my TV. I got my books. No, I'm not. No, you want me to get up from my comfort to talk to you? No. You can, if you really want to talk, you meet me up here. I'm not doing that. No. And it's not working. And this could be somebody from your past or somebody that's stuck seeing you in a way that you once were. So they're really, really hoping that please just lose your divinity so you can meet me where I am and we can be stuck together forever and I won't have to be alone in misery forever. That's literally what this is. Somebody doesn't want to be alone in their misery, so they're hoping and wishing, right? They didn't talk to you Thanksgiving. They didn't talk to you Christmas Eve, Christmas, New Year's, Christmas Day, so they're hoping New Year's, right? They're hoping, right, one last chance that they can spend another year or like they have access to you this year. They're hoping that. Wait, why are my cards like this? This is somebody who also, they deliberately give bad guidance knowing that if they give you the good advice, that'll help propel you. If they give you the bad advice and will like assure you that the bad advice is the way to go, right? And if you were like a lost soul or karmic, like this person's giving me advice, so it has to be good, right? Depending on who this person was for you or is for you, you would take it, you would believe it, not knowing that that advice is actually bad advice. It's not good advice. And the advice that they're giving you is just literally to keep holding you back. So they don't have to be alone. That's it. These are people that feel alone in the flesh. They too want you to be alone with them physically, right? But you could know that physically you may be alone, but spiritually you're never alone. And that kind of sense of fulfillment is much, much greater than just the flesh. And this person could be like, well, you're by yourself, and you're like, to you it looks like I am, but I know that I'm not, right? And it irritates this person, it irritates these people, because it's like, well, if you're alone, then why don't you be alone with me and we can be both alone together? And it's just like, but I'm not alone. The High Priestess upright. Yeah. You know what this is about. You know what this is. You know who this is. You know what this is about. You know what this is. You know what this is. You know what this is. Like, hello? Like, what's not clicking, Steven? That is so funny. Right. I'm also getting that with the High Priestess and the Empress, right? If there comes a time where your intuition, 4334, so thank you. If there comes a time where your intuition, you find that you're having a little difficulty with your intuition, at the end of the day, as long as you have your faith, no doubt, as long as you have your faith, I'm seeing the Hierophant, and that's why I'm saying this, because I was seeing the Hierophant. As long as you have your faith, everything will just, you're good. Alright? So I have to say that because people like this will play on your intuition, will like play mind games and tricks and illusions and blah, 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 blah. So as long as you have your faith, God will make sure that what gets put the right way will get put the right way. What goes in order, goes in order. Alright? So that's okay if you tend to be a little confused, but as long as you know that, like at the end of the day, I know that God got me. So that's all that really matters. So you're good. Oh my God, I just remembered my dream. That's what the conversation was about. I knew it. I knew I had a conversation with someone in my dream last night, and I knew who it was with. 4455, but I couldn't remember what the conversation was about. So I couldn't remember if it was a good conversation or a bad conversation. And I just remembered the conversation wasn't bad. It was like, it was alright. It was an alright conversation, but it wasn't bad. So that's what I'm saying. Thank you, God, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like if you just have faith in God, like God would just be like, hey, here's that. That's funny. Aww. Okay, I remember. You got 4 cards that came out. We got the Ace of Cups reverse and the 7 of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, there's no love from this person. This person, I don't know if it's the fact that they don't have any love for you or love for themselves, or their heart is blocked. Oh wow, 3. Or they just don't operate out of their heart space. And I feel like you, with the High Priestess being here and with the warning in reverse and your heart being open, you can tell this person, they're not genuine. That's why whatever this is, whatever they've been trying to tell you, whatever they've been trying to communicate with you, whatever they've been, it's not working, because you know whatever you have to say to me, it's not out of your heart. It's not genuine. It's not, and that's why with the 7 of Pentacles here, it's not working. And this person feels like, I don't know, they just feel like it's not, they're getting impatient. With the 7 of Pentacles reverse, they're getting impatient. Because you're not meeting them where, they're getting impatient because they can't meet you where you are, and you're not meeting them, you're not climbing down your ladder to talk to them, because you know, like, not only are you going to give me bad guidance, bad counsel, bad advice, but you also don't mean it. The words that are coming out of your mouth, it's not out of your heart. It's disingenuous intent. You don't mean me any good. So why am I going to go down there? And this person, they're getting impatient, and they're like getting nervous and stressed out because they were hoping to spend like 2025 like being around you or attached to your energy, and they can't do that because you know you don't care about me. You don't love me. Your intentions are not pure. You just want to be around me because being around me means like peace or blessings or abundance or whatever. It's you just want to be around me so you have the opportunity to have me climb down my ladder, get off my comfy couch for what? So we have these the 5 of Swords upright, the Hermit upright, and the 3 of Cups upright. Yeah. This person feels like you're being selfish because you just want to be alone and you don't want to share with them. I have the hiccup. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, this person feels like you're being selfish. This person's like scared because like you would rather isolate your. It's so funny because I was just listening to the song. It's by Pentagram. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up. 1 second. I was just listening to it earlier. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I just noticed that one of the lines in her songs, 4844, that she says, hold on. I was just looking at it. It goes, whoo. Yeah, when I'm small. That's what the song is called. It's by Pentagram.
You know, most
when I'm
people
small.
quit their New Year's resolutions by the second Friday in January. It's actually called Quitter's
Commercial.
Day.
Sorry.
This
Hold
year,
on.
let's quit.
Where's the mute button on here? What the heck? I can't find it. So, yeah, these people feel like you're selfish because you would rather be by yourself than party with them and share and celebrate with them. It's just because they don't. It's this song. Listen for like a second. I don't know if you can hear it. Hold on. Such a good song. But in there she says a line where she says, I would rather die alone than be with you. And it's like, you know that these people are not good for you. This person's not good for you, right? And I was just literally talking about how, like, the whole scenario of, like, these are people that, like, for example, like, if you worked with them or if you had a lifestyle with them, right? And, oh, it's Friday, let's go grab a drink and blow off some steam and blah, 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 right? And before you're like, yeah, sure, whatever. But then you started climbing the ladder and started getting promotions and started ascending, right? And now you're just like, I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just keep working on this project, or I have a lunch in the morning or whatever. I don't know. But these people, they're just like, oh, you're too good for us because you don't want to celebrate with us. And it's just like, but drinking every weekend is not for what? At some point, like, for what? Or partying every weekend for what? Or throwing parties or just doing for what? Like, at what point do you stop and you start focusing on priorities and responsibilities and doing what you got to do? At what point do you stop doing that? At what point of your life? Like, come on, right? So, yeah, they feel some type of way because you'd rather be by yourself than celebrate with them and party with them and clink glasses and just cheers. And it's just like, there's no real celebration. You're just doing that to do that. So that's what I'm saying, like, it says keep going, you're almost there. You already know why these people, that's what I was saying in the beginning of the video. It's like New Year's, right? It's like it's a general knowledge that people on New Year's, like, it's very big, very common. Like, even cabs run for free on New Year's, and Ubers run for free on New Year's, so that way people don't drink and drive, right? So it's like this New Year's, this person would hoping that you'd be under the influence or consume whatever, so that way you'd be like, oh, Happy New Year's to you, Happy New Year's to you, Happy New Year's to you, and then you'll say it to them, and they'll be like, okay, yay, great, we can let's open the year together, 2025, let's go in the year together, and next thing you know, a couple months in, you're like, oh, wow, I didn't want this, it was the substance, or the alcohol, or this, or that, right? So, you gotta be careful. But you know that. With a high priestess, you know that. You know that. You know that. You know that. I'm actually going to listen to that song again, by the way. It's called Pentagram. The band is called Pentagram, or like the singer. And the song is called When I'm Small. I kid you not. So it's like, this person, you're too far up there. You're too high up. You're too big for this person. And they cannot meet you where you're at. So they need you to come down. To make yourself smaller, be small, right? This is the kind of person that be like, it's okay if you're lost, I'm lost too, so we can be lost together. You don't want to be found? You don't want to find yourself? You don't want a purpose? You don't want priorities? You don't want responsibilities? You want to be lost forever? That's not okay, right? Alright, let me get one more and then I'm going to close the reading. So be careful. If you're going to consume alcohol this New Year's, keep it light, like a glass of champagne. Keep an eye on it. Right? Just, I personally, I wouldn't at all. Right? Because you don't really need to drink to have a good time and celebrate. You know, you can celebrate sober. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you must, and you choose to do so, just be cautious, because one can turn into three, and next thing you know, you're sharing your whole 2025 with a plethora of people that you wanted to leave behind in 2025, and you had no intentions of bringing with you for 2025. But next thing you know, you got people like, you got a group of people that are celebrating with you all the year, and you don't know why. Page of Wands. Oh wow, 2 cards. Injustice reverse. Yeah, these people feel like it's not fair. They don't feel like it's fair. They're also, there's something very unfair about them, very selfish. These are people that they love the world. They don't love God. They don't love the spirit. They don't love their fellow humans. They love the world. So these are this is somebody who's very immoral, or their morals are messed up, their ethics are messed up, which should tell you a lot, because it's kind of like they're lost. You don't want to be lost with me? We could be lost together forever. And it's just like, no, what? So that should tell you a lot, where they want you to climb down your ladder instead of them meeting you up there. Again, these are people that you know who these people are, because if they're on the same level as you, they're like, yes, we can do this, let's go. If they're higher than you, they're like, yes, you got this, keep going, you're catching up, you're doing great, come on. No, these are people that are below you, and they're just like, well, just come down here and talk to us, hang out with us. And you're just like, come up here. They're like, no, we don't want to, or we don't feel like it, or it's too high up there, or right? They don't, I don't know. They also feel like they don't think it's fair that you figured out your purpose, or you have goals, you have ambition. They don't think it's fair that it's kind of like you're not lost anymore. They don't think it's fair you're not lost. They don't think it's fair that they feel like you left them, and they don't think that's fair. I've seen 5555551. They don't think it's fair, and it's just like, well, that's crazy, because you don't always have to be lost. Like how at what point do you wake up and not want to be lost anymore? At what point? At what age? Right? So that's that.